up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and I'm here at Jerry Ohm Dodge. And of course, when it comes to Dodge and Jeep, if we're gonna do performance, I have the hottest, most high-performing SUV on the market. This is a 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee TrackHawk. Let's do a little bit of a history lesson. The Jeep Grand Cherokee first came out on the scene back in 1993. I was a junior in high school. Since then, it's just grown and grown into not only a little bigger size, not only growing when it comes to amenities, but underneath the hood of the TrackHawk is that Dodge Hellcat motor from the Challenger, 707 horsepower. Unfreaking believable. Let's go ahead and take a look though. We're gonna focus on the exterior since we're outside, and then we're gonna get underneath the hood. Right off the bat, I love the aggressiveness of the front of the TrackHawk. Jeep has been able to do some tweaking to where they keep the look of a Grand Cherokee, but you know when you see this, it's nothing but the business. There's that 7-point grille. This goes back, there's an old theory, there's an old belief that since Jeep was the first on all 7 continents, that's why we have the 7-slotted grille. Nicely styled, really blends in well with the headlights. A little bit of gloss black, just little touches here and there. Really, this color is just sparkling in the Florida sun. I love the functional, all open air venting going on all the way across. And I also like this extra bit of lip spoiler that they added to the front fascia. Gives it that extra aggressive look. Everything is functional because think about it, at the end of the day, there's a lot of air gonna be hitting the front of this Jeep Grand Cherokee TrackHawk, and you're gonna need it to cool all 707 ponies underneath the hood. Speaking of the hood, drop dead gorgeous. When's the last time you talked about a Jeep Grand Cherokee and used those terms about the hood? Love the shape, love the functionality. So these are 2 heat extractors, gonna help pull heat from underneath the engine, the hood of the engine compartment, because remember, at the end of the day, heat robs us of power, and Jeep has done the magic to make sure that we're getting proper airflow in and out of that engine compartment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the side here. Really like the nice fine touches. So if you look here, you have a line that starts at the front fascia, goes all the way around the fender, little bit of fender flare, gives it such a nice look. Massive 20-inch wheels, brushed aluminum with a little darker gray finish, and then I really think it was ingenious to go with bright yellow 6-piston Brembo calipers. Those rotors, 15.4 inches. I ate a pizza last weekend. Those rotors are bigger than the pizza. The pizza's jealous of the size of those rotors because at the end of the day, it's great to go fast, but you're gonna have to stop. And with that setup, even with a vehicle like this, you're gonna be able to stop on a dime and give some change back, I promise you that. As we continue down the side, really just love the overall proportions of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and just has such a unique look to it all by itself, let alone a TrackHawk. As we go down the side, loud and proud, nobody's hiding it, Grand Cherokee supercharged. So like I said, underneath that hood, 6.2 liter supercharged V8 pumping out 707 horsepower. They even give you the ability to put some crossbars on here, and you can throw some kayaks down, and you'll be the first one down to the lake. I promise you that, behind the wheel of this TrackHawk. And then as we're wrapping around the rear, just as beautiful as the front. Really like the way they went with a gloss black diffuser. Thank you, Jeep, thank you. Quad tip exhaust. No more of this single outlet exhaust. Really love the look, and I love how they're staggered. This one is actually a little further back than that one, and it just gives it a little extra personality. TrackHawk logo. So I'm telling you right now, you have a Camaro, you have a Mustang, and you see that on the back, don't mess with this thing because it's gonna bite you, and it's gonna bite you really bad. Blacked out Jeep logo. Really like the roof spoiler coming off the back. Nicely done all the way around, but like I promised, let's go ahead and pop the hood of this TrackHawk and see what we're working with. Here we are. Hood is popped on the 2019 TrackHawk. Let's talk about the underside of the hood. First of all, we have a hood strut, no pop rods on this like you do find on some other cars. Love the functionality, like I told you, of those heat extractors, and then there it is in all its glory. That 6.2 liter V8 supercharged, taken right from the Hellcat. They literally opened up the hood of a Hellcat and ripped it out and then implanted it in this Jeep Grand Cherokee TrackHawk. So you're looking at 11.6 pounds of boost, 645 foot-pounds of torque. It's made it to that slick shifting German-built ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, same gearbox that's available in the Red Eye. This thing is gonna rock it. Remember I told you not to mess with it? 0 to 60, 3.5 seconds, quarter mile in 12 seconds, and at top speed, I hope you're sitting down, 180 miles an hour. But it's not just about underneath the hood. Also, underneath these fenders are different shocks, different geometry that's gonna help not only this thing go fast in a straight line, but also can be actually pretty nimble. And at the end of the day, you could still tow over 7,000 pounds with this vehicle. So not only is it just something that, hey, you're just gonna go drag race somebody and that's about it, you could actually use it every single day. Now, if you're wondering, what about MPGs in the city? I hope you're sitting down. I hope you're not eating right now. 11 miles to the gallon. So if you're looking for something a little eco-friendly, you're probably not looking at the TrackHawk. But at the end of the day, this thing's got the power. Let's go ahead and fire it up and see what it sounds like. All right, guys, time to check out the inside of the TrackHawk, and I'm telling you right now, I was pleasantly surprised. Let's start with the door panel. I love the use of the materials on the door panel. I like the way they went with a nice lighter brown color to break up the sea of black, leather on the armrest, contrast stitching. You have a nice microfiber suede material that's perforated on the back, and some actually tasteful carbon fiber treatment. Now, the jury is still out whether that's real or not, so I'm not going to say one way or the other, but it looks pretty good. I like the use of the silver around the tweeter and the speaker cover, Harman Kardon sound system. As we transition onto the dash, nice soft material. There's more of that contrast stitching, more of that carbon fiber material that is coming into the center stack. Large screen. I'm going to go ahead and fire up this TrackHawk and show you the usability of this system. Obviously, you're going to have dual climate control. So what I like about the systems in the different Mopar products is, like, you go into apps, you could see you could get into the different drive modes. You could adjust all the different things just like you could on a Challenger Hellcat or whatnot. Because at the end of this day, this really is a Hellcat-powered Cherokee that we're talking about. But I like how clear the graphics are. You got race options. You could show your tack, shift light. I mean, this thing, the book that comes with this TrackHawk that shows you all the parameters for you to learn is thicker than the Bible. So you're going to need some time with that. Nice suede finish on the headliner and a huge panoramic sunroof. Love the whole, I don't know, I just love the feel in here. I like the touches. Very smooth little compartment. You got USB ports. You got a nice 12 volt in there. A good felt line place to put your phone. Check out this shifter. This tells you that this shifter is mated to a supercharged V8. It's very wide, very large. I like the leather. I like the almost metal finish to it. You got a leather boot with contrast stitching. And then here's where you're going to be able to really switch through the fun. So you switch the knob from sport to track, all different functions. Look at that button, guys. Launch control. Let me show you on the screen some of the fun here as I go through this knob. So right now I'm in track, and it tells you what's going on here. Look at this. You can even adjust, shut off, turn on all the different settings with the whole touch screen and also the adjustment knob. So now I'm in sport. You could go into auto, which everything's gonna do it by itself. You could go into snow. Like I said, there's tow mode, and then launch control, which is also amazing on a car like this. If you're wondering MSRP for all this fun, all these gadgets and gazmos, guess what? It comes at a price. MSRP is $93,000 the way that you see it. Let me keep talking so you don't choke on your food. But anyways, nice soft armrest, leather, opens up very nicely. There's a 12 volt in here, which helps. And then these seats, very comfortable. I love the suede. I love how it's perforated. They're heated and ventilated. TrackHawk embroidery, nice touches. I would like to see a little bit more bolstering, because at the end of the day, if you turn up the wick in this thing, you're gonna want it to hold you in place. But I just love how both seats are power. You got nice aluminum on the sills. It says TrackHawk. This is where some of those things were missing in the Challenger Hellcat and even the Red-Eye. But let's go ahead and check out the back seat and see where you're gonna be scaring the hell out of your passengers. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, this is the place where you're gonna be scaring your passengers, where all the controls are. I love the steering wheel. I love the thickness. It's been taken right out of the Hellcat. Same steering wheel, different horn button. I like the way they have the Jeep logo here, which would kind of be cool is if they actually took the Jeep grille and use that as that black area. It'd just be a nice little touch from the front end of the car to the horn button. TrackHawk. The only problem I have is this silver. It's very cheap looking, and you could see how it could easily get scratched. So something to be mindful of. The buttons on these different models also have a cheap feel. Nice size paddles though. That is a good plus, is that the paddles are a nice size. I would like to see them made out of magnesium or something like that, because think about the Raptor. You get magnesium shift paddles. The dash, I think that's really where they hit the nail on the head. A very large tachometer in the center, digital speedometer. You also have, if you want to look at your speed the old-fashioned way, an analog speedometer, and then you also have coolant and your fuel. And then of course you could scroll through all the different features, air pressure. You want to track your lap times, driver assist. There's your fuel. So all of this is nicely at the touch of a button, which helps get you down the road, get you safe, but also keep your focus at the task at hand. Weight of this truck, if you're looking, this SUV is a little over 5,200 pounds. So think about that, 5,200 pounds, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. That's scary. Let's see where those passengers are gonna be pretty much crapping themselves. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, let's check out where those passengers are gonna have the heart attack as you're reaching speeds of 180 miles an hour. This is the back seat of any Grand Cherokee. It doesn't have to be a TrackHawk, but when you go the TrackHawk option, you have that beautiful panoramic sunroof, the nice suede like we pointed out, and then if you don't like those touches, you got the same fine Napa leather back here, the suede in the inserts of the seats. Here is where I'm gonna zonk it. So I love the seats. That's real good stuff. Here's where we're gonna zonk. The black plastic. Take that leather, wrap this sucker in that fine Napa leather, and this is just ridiculous. In a vehicle that's $93,000, you're gonna give me a cargo net like that? But what I do like is this little command center here. Your passengers have a nice command center, heated seats back here. You have all the power sources that you could think of, USB, and their own ventilation, which is a nice touch. Like how comfortable the seats are, and what's really great about them is that they are adjustable, the backs. The bottoms are not, but I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of headroom, even with the panoramic, plenty of shoulder room and everything else. You have a wonderful leather-wrapped armrest, 2 cup holders. I could see myself just sitting back here, sipping on an iced tea at 180 miles an hour. I don't know about you, but let's go ahead and check out that cargo area in the back. All right, guys, time to check out where you're gonna be putting things in the back of the Grand Cherokee, especially the TrackHawk. I know what you're gonna be putting back here, not groceries. You're gonna be putting yourself some drag slicks, a couple jack stands, and definitely a jack and a pop-up tent for those awesome track days. But real simple, nice power assist, comes right up, and you can see the wonderful amount of space you have here. Nice large opening. Those seats are gonna do the 60-40 split. I like the nice material that they use back here. Now, if I am gonna zonk it, that speaker cover, terrible place to put a speaker with a speaker cover. That thing's gonna get banged and just scratched all different ways. I do like the little hooks that they put. They put these nice hooks, so if you are getting groceries and you need to get home because you forgot that it was Valentine's Day, you could actually hang the bags here and not have to worry about it flying around as you're doing your quarter mile in 12 seconds. Here's another nice touch. Even though this is a high performance vehicle, Jeep has you covered. You have a nice size spare. That's something that a lot of times you're not getting anymore. I know it sounds crazy to think that you don't get a spare anymore, but with the TrackHawk, you do get the spare. If you time to leave the strip after you're done. You're just gonna hit that button and it closes right up. But if you're ready, I'm ready to wrap this one up. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. All right, guys, it's been one wonderful day here at Jerry Home Dodge. I definitely got to give a huge shout out to Big Mike and everybody here just opening up the doors and letting us showcase some of these amazing high-speed products coming from Dodge and Jeep and Ram. If these are the types of vehicles you like to see on Raity's Rides, leave a comment in that comment section. If you're just visiting and you're on your way out, definitely hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you. Thank you for being part of the Raity's Rides family. Thank you for letting me share my passion with all of you. Check out my different forms of social media. You know what they're called. It's all Raity's Rides original content. If you want some merch, hit that link in the description. Takes you right to Spreadshirt. And then, of course, the man of the hour, the man of the day, the man of the century, Tom Mosher, Big Guns McGee. He could lift this Cherokee. 5,200 pounds, he can lift it. That's how big he is, and he's working out for his competition, so definitely share him some love. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.